period of hospice care in the house where I grew up. During that time, he and I had several conversations about what he envisioned happening to him after death. I had similar conversations with my mother, about both what she thought would happen and what that meant for her. She was deeply invested, for example, in the idea that my father would observe us all after he died, and that she would see him again when she died. My parents had very different ideas from each other, as my father did not believe anything happened after death, aside from decomposition of the body and lots of family matters of the legal and financial variety, as well as the publication of a revised edition of his book. And not only were my parents' ideas about the afterlife very different from each other's, but also those ideas were very different from the ones with which they had grown up. I appreciate my parents' openness to these conversations. I am also grateful for the serendipity that my father published with Oxford University Press, and though he did not live long enough to know that I would write this volume, I like the notion that my publishing with the same press constitutes a connection between us, even after his death. Note on texts. All quotations from Shakespeare's plays and poems are taken from William Shakespeare, The Complete Works, editors Stanley Wells and Gary Taylor, 2nd edition. Oxford, Clarendon Press, 2005. Unless otherwise noted, all spelling and punctuation from early modern texts have been modernized. Introduction. The Undiscovered Country. Anyone reading or teaching Hamlet must wrestle with the ghost. To begin our consideration of the complexity of depictions of the afterlife across Shakespeare's work, it is hard to imagine a better example or a better starting point for this book than the encounter between Hamlet and his father. Students are drawn toward this figure just as the princes, as it seems to possess not only secrets about the machinations that led to the current state of Denmark's court, but also information about a world beyond our own. A vexed figure who claims to be suffering in the afterlife, King Hamlet demands that his son remember and avenge him. The ghost incites the action of the play while simultaneously signifying an ambivalence that links to the inaction that grips the play's protagonist. This spirit also links to the world outside the play in intriguing ways, as it points to debates and ideas about the afterlife circulating in early modern England. The ghost of Hamlet's father suggests that he will dwell in purgatory till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. Act 1, Scene 5, 12-13. The early modern audience might find the allusion to this location where the dead could be purged of their sins in order to earn entry to heaven striking, as this notion was largely associated with Catholic beliefs. In fact, the Protestant Reformation brought with it a revision of a variety of ideas about the afterlife, including disavowing the existence of purgatory and even questioning whether hell was a place of endless torment. Some early modern English writers continued to argue for the existence of purgatory, though, and thus the reference might register diversely among playgoers. Further, the presence of purgatory stands out in a story that supposedly takes place in pagan Scandinavia. Indeed, the appearance of the father's ghost immediately raises a series of questions about what happens after death. Can the dead speak to the living? What is the duty of the living to the dead? Could purgatory exist? Is this ghost even real? How can we discern a demon from a ghost or even from a hallucination? Is this entity a figment of the imagination, as some production decisions might suggest, or a demon in disguise, as some early modern Protestants would argue to be true of all ghosts? Hamlet seems truly to believe the phantom to be his father, yet he later suggests that a reunion with the